My wife, 31F, broke up with me, 34M, and still expects me to help pay her share of the rent. My wife and I both make pretty good money, and we just signed a 12-month lease for an admittedly overpriced apartment in NYC. $6,000 per mo for a one-bedroom. We've been together 7.5 years. Married for 2. She's been stressed about saving money, so I offered to pay $4,500 and she could pay only $1,500. We're both named on the lease. She broke up with me a month after signing, refuses to see a therapist to attempt to repair, and wants to move to Europe to be closer to some Swiss guy. 41M? She's already dating. We have a prenup which considers all of our personal finances separate, but says we'll split joint assets and debts 50-50, basically furniture, and our joint credit card. Since we're broken up, I consider my offer to help pay her rent cancelled, and we should each pay $3,000 mo until we can escape the lease. She thinks the offer still stands. She only has to pay $1,500 per mo, leaving me paying $4,500 for an apartment I don't even want anymore. She actually picked the place. It wasn't my first choice. She also asked if she could leave immediately and pay $0. Since I'll have the apartment to myself, I've reached out to the landlord, and he said we're responsible for the full amount until the end of the lease. No exception. He suggested we stay together instead. TLDR. I'm trying my best to find a subletter ASAP, but no luck so far. Do I have to pay 3/4 of rent? Should I get a lawyer even though this is our only financial conflict? You are getting divorced, of course you need to lawyer up. My personal opinion is that if you're broken up, and she's screwing around with someone else online already, and especially since she picked the place, you default to your legal document and do what it says. Is there anything in writing that you offered to pay $4,500? Considering it's only for 12 months, get her to pay you the money and she can get out and go to Europe. At least she will be gone. Clearly the rent split was only so she could save more money to leave you. Lawyer up and get divorced ASAP. Dude, just break the lease and get out of there. Let him come after you and your wife both as leases. Unless she agrees to pay 50% by remaining months, you don't have much choice. Also get an attorney. They can likely also advise on the lease. You don't break up with your wife, you get divorced. A $6,000 one-bedroom apartment. Why would spend $72,000 a year for one bedroom? This is above Reddit's pay grade. Contact your attorney and make it official. Try to break that lease ASAP, even if it means staying in a hotel. Why are you helping her save money to go to another man? If you're paying $72K a year to rent an app, I assume you have a lawyer you can reach out to. Even a basic one. Go that route. Also, broke up, or getting a divorce. Quote. Talk to a lawyer. Divorce lawyer is your best bet in navigating this. IANAL, but you have no obligation to continue subsidizing her half of the rent. You should check NY State Civil Code about lease breaking. Here in CA, if you break a lease, you are responsible for the full amount, only until the unit has been released. So if I break a 12-month lease 2 months in, I'm on the hook for 10 months. If 2 months later the landlord finds a new tenant, then I would be relieved of the remaining 8 months of back rent. The landlord couldn't get the 8 months of rent from me and from a new tenant. Your wife is an absolute piece of work. You dodged a bullet not getting her pregnant. Nope. Pay $3K and talk to a lawyer ASAP. She is doing you no favors. It's time you start fighting back. No, you aren't paying her share. Get a lawyer like yesterday. File for divorce. And tell her not to come back to you when the Swiss guy doesn't work out. And it won't. You can refuse to pay the difference. But if she also does, you will ultimately be worse off than her. Assuming she already has a place lined up to be with or near Swiss guy. Because what will happen is you will default on your lease and your landlord will evict you. You will have an incredibly difficult, bordering on impossible time finding another rental within eviction on your record, regardless of how tenants decide to split rent payments. Unless it's written in the lease, all tenants are jointly and equally responsible for full payment. I wish you the best in your situation. Just making sure you think through the potential fallout. Get a lawyer and just leave that toxic place ASAP. Split the cost to break the lease and move to a more appropriate apartment, obviously. Legal. The apartment is a joint asset, and therefore should be split 50-50 just like all your other joint assets and debt. You need a lawyer ASAP to handle this. Personal. You are under no obligation to honor your agreement anymore. Any reasonable person would agree the agreement was made under the assumption you two would be together. If you were the one that wanted to dump her and move to Europe, I would say you have a moral obligation to honor the agreement. But since she's the one dumping you, I don't think so.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.